Okay, so the November coding challenge. Um, the November coding challenge is a series of challenges, 4 challenges in fact, where the first challenge is to create a Christmas web page. The task is to create a HTML page that says Christmas countdown. The text must be centered and add a repeating background image. Okay, that's the first thing for the first level. The next one is the Christmas timer. So, based upon the previous challenge, on the HTML page, add the timer left until Christmas. The timer should show the days, hours, and seconds until Christmas. Bonus points if you make it pretty. Okay, so this is where we take the page that we've created here, but now we have a timer, and the timer shows the time left until Christmas. However, I haven't said that this is timing down yet, so it's just the timer. The next challenge is the countdown. So the countdown, based on the previous challenges, of course, this timer should start counting down. Stop the timer when it reaches Christmas, right? And then and I guess we can't really test that, to be honest, because it isn't Christmas yet. But you know, we should see it counting down. And then the advanced, the final level, is to color the countdown. So based on the previous challenges, change the color of the timer to a random color every minute. Bonus points if you display a random emoji per hour, Christmas themed. Again, that's going to be tricky to test because I can't really wait for every hour for that. So I should have probably said every minute or something. Every second would have been too much. Every 30 seconds or something. But this is good. This is cool. That's good. It's a random emoji anyway, so really on refresh it should be different. Okay, so that's the bonus points. So if there is a emoji, random emoji. Now I've seen a few of these and they are awesome. They've blown me away. You've gone straight from the top all the way to the 4th section. So we're going to start reviewing these. And then I'm going to talk about this December challenge, which I have over here in my notes. So we're going to start. Rylex said he did every minute and hour too. Awesome. King Mellon said he did every minute. No worries. You. That's cool. Okay, so let me see. Let me go back to this VMO. Let me see. How do I have any of my? I've got my terminal up, and if I did an mkdir, do we have challenges? Have I created that already? CD into challenges. Yes, I have. ls. Right, I'm going to do an mkdir of 2019 because I want to do this every year. Hello, CS Gaming. Thank you for joining. And if I did a CD, mkdir, we're going to do November. Well, we'll do 11 underscore and then November just because it would be nice to have these in an order. November. Awesome. Let's bring that in. And then this is where I'm going to put all of the code. Okay, all of the code lives in here. Will live in here. So let's take the first one. And, well, actually, I have these all here. So we've got Rylex here, 037 in the chat. And this Christmas countdown here, I believe this is King Melon, and this one here is Tyranids. November Challenge 2019. I like the way that's laid through. Awesome. So, okay. Ooh, we've got NPM here. We have NPM. We'll start from this one first because I believe this one was the first one that came through. So. Okay, so we need to do an npm install, then we need to serve it. Right, so this compiles and hot reloads for development. compiles and minifies for production. Okay, and then lints and fixes files. That's the README. Cool. Let's see if we can grab it. Let's do a clone. So I've tried a few of these on my laptop. I haven't tried any of these here. Let's grab that on the desktop. So let's see. Let's do a git clone of this one. Do an ls. That's here. Sweet. Go into the November challenge. Sweet. Okay. So let's just cat out the README file a minute, just so I can refresh my memory. So the first thing we need to do is an npm install. Okay. So let's do that. I'm just going to make sure that this is on stream. It is. npm. It hasn't. No, CS Gaming. No, it hasn't. npm install. So this is going to build all the things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a clip of the review, and I'm going to put links to all of the GitHub repos once I upload the clip to YouTube. My idea is that I would like... Whoa, awesome. Nice, that's gone through. Thanks for installing Bootstrap Vue. Okay, so it's using Vue. Sweet. So my idea is that, you know, it would be nice to link off to the community's projects. Okay, let's do an ls. So that should have created our node modules folder. Okay, what's the next thing? Let's do a cat of the README file. Okay, the next thing is to compile and hot reload for development. Should I go straight into the production, or should I go into development? I think what I'll do is I'll take a look at production first, because I don't want to do any development to here. So I'm going to do npm run build. Okay, so this is now building for production. Okay, what's happened here? So we've got Webpack. These are the entry points. So we have JavaScript and CSS. Okay, a couple of warnings, but that's fine. Some sort of overhead thing, recommended size. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Okay, so build is complete. It's now in the dist directory. If I did an ls here, we should have the dist directory. Let's do a cd into dist. Let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, we've got a background. Awesome. We've got CSS, a favicon, index.html, and JS. Let's do a cat of index. Okay, cool. That looks like it's been minified. That's cool. I like that. Let's do a cat of the... I'm guessing everything would be minified, to be honest, wouldn't it? JavaScript. Okay, yeah, it would be, because we've got .maps here. No worries. Awesome. I'll have a look at the actual code in a mo. Let's see if we can get this actually running. So I guess I need to load up a web page that points to the index.html. So let's do that. So I'm going to bring up a new window in Safari, and I'm going to press Control O to load up, not the podcast, the How to Code Well challenges, and it was in here. I've just realized I didn't put the November one inside 2019. I'll do that shortly. Okay, let's open that up. Okay, what have we got? Huh. Okay, so we don't have the counter here. However, I did try this on my laptop, and I did. So I obviously have done something wrong. Let's see. I have the background. It isn't repeating, mind, but I have the background. Cool. I'll see if we can get because there was another one. I may have missed a step. There was a development step, wasn't there? So let's do a cat of the README again. Oh, no. I'm in dist. Sorry. Beg your pardon. Cat of README. Okay, we're going to try and do a serve, npm serve. We did an npm run build. We'll do a serve. We'll see if we can serve it up. Serve it up. Serve it up. Okay, localhost, and we also have the network here. I'm hoping that's going to work. Because, I mean, I'm sure it will work with this project, but I'm wondering if there's anything else that's pointed to that port on my box here. So let's run that. Da 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 da. Boom, boom. Awesome. Take a look at that. That's awesome. Christmas countdown. I like that. That is itself. Is that? This is where I start. This is where I start digging. Is that a font? That's a H1. So yeah, it is. What font is that? That looks really, really cool. Let's do computed font family. Mountains of Christmas. Oh, bonus points for having the actual font that is of Christmas. Sweet. And we got the countdown. We can see the countdowns working here. Oops, I've gone on. Yeah, 33, 32. That's really, really cool. Okay, cool, sweet. And we got the background behind. I was just playing with the background. That's cool. And we can see the emojis changing. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I really do. This is Tyrannid's one. That's sweet. I like the beveled edges too. Cool. Okay. I will let's come out of this. Let's see if we can get the code up, shall we? That's the OOP design pattern course. We don't need to worry about that. Let's open up the project. Just have a little dig around. Challenges. We're going to go into this one here. I tell you what I can do is, instead of having a project per one, I'll just have a project for the whole challenge, I think. Open. New window. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so November Code Challenge 2019. We have an SRC folder, which we've got app.view, we've got main.js. Let's take a look at the package.json. So, okay, cool. We got the serve, the builds, and the lints. In there, it's using Vue and obviously ESLint. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's Vue. That's sweet. App.view. These are the emojis. Okay, so what we have here is an array of emojis. And a date, Christmas date. And then here it's doing the calculation for the dates. Math.floor to get that based on milliseconds. Cool. I'm digging this. That looks really good. That's really, really good. Hats off. Hats off to you. It is 141 lines of code. We also have, this includes the style, this includes the JavaScript, obviously, and I believe the HTML. Let's go to the main.js. This is just pushing this all in. So this is how you start it. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Awesome. I guess we got public here, backgrounds. That's the background image. So, okay, the background image doesn't repeat. However, it does repeat because it's white. So at the bottom. So it kind of does that. But what I was kind of thinking is to have an actual, like an image that, like of a snowflake, for instance, that just repeated itself over and over and over again. The code looks fantastic, though. The code looks good. I guess as an improvement, you could put in a configuration. So perhaps this wasn't Christmas, and I know I'm going beyond the remit here, but if this wasn't Christmas, then you would perhaps inject a date into here that would load the app, which means that it could be a countdown for other things if you wanted. But again, I'm struggling at things to pick at here. But this is really, really good. I love it. It's great. It's great. Hats off to you. Well done. Well done. Well done, Tyrannid. Okay, so let's crack on with the next one. I'll just grab some more coffee or tea. This is tea. So let's take a look at so this one here. And I'm just going to quickly jump to this thingamo. I just want to double check something. Yep. So, awesome. This one is the Christmas countdown. It's also JavaScript, also CSS, and it is King Melon Live who's done this. I was just trying to double check. It would be awful if I got the names wrong. This is King Melon Live on the chat. And in the... Okay, so we can pull this down. Counting down the days of Christmas. HTML, CSS, and JS. Sweet. I do like this. Okay, let's clone that. Let's grab that. Back into the old terminal here. And we're going to come out of view. And we're going to do a git clone of these things. Oop, nope, sorry. My mistake. Git clone. Okay, so that's in. Let's do a little code look at it. Let's do an ls. So this is Christmas-countdown. Says what it is on the tin. We've got a README file that I've just seen, CSS. Let's do an ls of CSS. Styles.css. Sorry, let's do a cat of CSS. Styles.css. Okay, so sweet. That looks good. That looks good. Nothing. That's what I was looking for. Fonts. Sweet. Okay, cool. Let's come out of that. Let's do another ls. Where am I on here? We've got the JS. Let's take a look at the JS. We've got main.js. So let's cat that out. Oh, move snowflakes. Okay. I've got a feeling this is going to be a bit fancy. Update snowfall. Nice. Okay. 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 I mean, I'll look at this on in the code thing, but I like doing it through to the terminal just because I get the raw feeling of it. Okay, so we're setting up a canvas, and we can have particles on the screen. Huh. Okay. I can't see any framework in here, which I applaud. So let's do an ls. Let's come out of JavaScript. Sorry, out of here. Let's see if we can get this to run. Because there's no framework, there's no package .json file. I think I should be able to just hit the index file, and it should work. I hope. So let's just see. Let's. It was in this. It was this one. So let's scroll that down here. And let's open up a new tab, Control O. I would like to load up that file, please, the index.html file. Oh, geez. Yes, this is fancy. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. Check that out. That's cool. Ah. I like that. Okay, so we've got countdowns here. So 15, 14, 13. We'll wait until this gets down to 0. And I'm hoping something might pop up in there, perhaps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, we've got a knife and fork. Oh, and we've got a reindeer. Let's bring that down. Let's bring that up a little bit. So I don't want to... Is there a way of maybe. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. So I'm pressing plus and minus here just to see if I can make sure I've got things on the page. This is awesome. That is really, really good. That you've gone above and beyond here. In fact, you're very close to the December challenge, which is frustrating from my point of view. But yeah, okay, we're going to wait until, I just want to see, it's 14, 13. I want to see, do I get another knife and fork? This is King Melon Live. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Oh, and look at that, we got some reindeers coming up. That is so cool. And we got some milk. I could watch this for a while. This is brilliant. Thank you. Okay. Let's take a look at the code. And this isn't using any frameworks. Wow. Okay. Okay. So it's this one here. I'm just going to let that go in the background. I think. Can you see all the snowfall in the background? I might just make that a little bit smaller so you can see it. Okay. So. Let's go to the index page. All right, so it's running a style sheet, obviously. It looks like you're an IE Edge user. And yeah, the viewport's sorted. That's cool. We've got canvas. We've got main. Inside the main tag, we've got some divs, a span. Christmas title. Cool. Okay. So 41 lines. And then the script tag at the bottom. And then something. Christmas is here. Days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Cool. Okay. That's cool. Let's have a look at the JavaScript. Let's have a look at the JS. Again, we've got an array here of emojis. Much like the other one Tyrannid had. This is calculating the random emoji per minute. So return I equals math.floor, math.random, math.floor of max. What's max? Where does that come in? Emojis.length. Okay, this is the length. I gotcha. Okay, so it's finding a random emoji from here. Okay, I see that. Cool. We've got days, we've got hours, we've got minutes, and we've got seconds set here. Okay, so we're getting those variables. This is within a set interval. So this is happening on each instance. Okay, I gotcha. So every time that hits on a timeout, we then do this function. Okay, I gotcha. Dates are counted in the same as arrays, January, December. Okay, gotcha. And then under this, we do a GIF animation every minute. So var GIF document.create element, GIF.class, we change the class name. I see, okay. So query selector, and then underneath this, so underneath the whole set interval stuff, we are doing the adding of the snowflake effect. Nice. Oh, King Melon Live has said he's not using Edge. It's just what VS Code gives him by default. Fair enough. Hello, Ripand. Thank you for joining from Indonesia. Thank you. Thank you for following as well. That's awesome. Thank you. What we're doing right now is we're doing a review of the November code challenges. So what happens on the Discord server every month is that there is a code challenge that I set out, a series of challenges, and I will review these at the end of that month. So the idea is to have 12 challenges in a year, and then you'll be able to take that away with you as a portfolio. That's my whole point of of this, and this is awesome. Okay, this is cool. All right, okay. So let's think about this from a point of view of perhaps improving. So one thing I would do is perhaps define the emojis outside of the interval. I would define any logic that doesn't have to be defined every single time outside of the interval, and then try and pull that in. It's just I'm just thinking in terms of a performance point of view. So, for instance, defining the days, the hours, the minutes, and the seconds, as well as all of the emojis together. That could be done, because that will never change. So, if that could be done outside of the set interval here, that would make it a little bit more performant. I mean, there's no issue at the moment, right? There's no issue of performance yet, but it would be interesting to see how much memory this takes over a long period of time. This can happen when you're doing like shop displays, where you have sort of a memory leak that happens sort of like very slowly, and then if the shop display is just doing a rotation and doing all of this, the fancy snowflakes and everything. Then that could become a small issue, but I mean it's working as it is now, so it's awesome. Obviously, with T you have to put in T. T is the current end date minus now, right? So so you would be making that calculation anyway, but it's just where those are defined. I think everything else is awesome. The fact that this is using the query selectors. You're using IDs instead of classes, which I love, because there's only one day, there's only 1 hour, there's only 1 minute, second sort of section, which is really good. The randomization is good too. I just love the fact that you've got particles running here. Yeah, really, really good. Let's go back to the remit though of the actual challenge. So the challenge was to create a HTML page that says Christmas countdown. Do we have that? Christmas countdown. Yes, we do. Okay, the next one was text must be centered. Yes, everything is. Add a repeated background image. Does this background image repeat? Well, it kind of does. It kind of does. I mean, again, my and I probably didn't explain this well enough, but what I was thinking about a repeating background is, you see this holly thing here, image here, or a snowflake, is to have one of those that repeats over and over and over and over again. But that was probably me just not making that clear enough in the challenge. I love the fact that this is actually responsive. That's really, really good. Okay. So the next one is, this is based on the previous channel on the left HTML type Christmas. Yeah, that's obviously done. Bonus points if you make it pretty. Yeah. Stop the timer when it gets to 0, on Christmas. Can't really test that, to be honest. Yeah, I think you've nailed it. Out of the park. Apart from the repeating background, I think it's awesome. So cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm just going to get another slurp of the tea. What I'll do, as I mentioned, in the YouTubes, is I will put links to these portfolios in the show notes. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see this code, links in the show notes below. Okay, that's not anything to do with that. That's just my favorites. Okay, so it was not that screen. It was this screen. The next one, which is Rilex. The November Christmas Coding Challenge. Let me bring that down. Gotcha. Okay, so this is nice because this has the image, so you can see what it is supposed to look like, so you know how it looks when it works, which is cool. We're using Parcel Bundler. I've never used Parcel Bundler before, so that'd be cool to use. We have the README file, obviously, package.json and app. Let's have a look at the package.json. I should do this on the actual thing here, but okay, TypeScript, nice. All right, let's grab this. Let's grab this down. So I'm come out of this one, ls, and let's go into this one here. Sorry, git clone. I always forget to do that. Git clone. I should alias this to something like git c or something to do it. Okay. Okay, so let's do an ls. Hello, Lazar. Thank you for joining. So we've done the November. That was Tyranids. This one was the Xmas countdown. Rilex. This one here. Okay, so let's do as I've done before. Let's go into the actual thing. Let's do an ls. So we have the README file. I'm going to do a cat of the package.json because I want to have a little more of a look of that. So we have a version number in here, nice. Description, nice. The main part here, again, Parcel app. I've never used Parcel. We've even got a license. Nice. So CSS, Nano, Sass, and TypeScript are required. Let's see if we can get this to run. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to too many windows. npm install g parcel bundler. It's not parceler, it's parcel. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. Do I have to run? No, because it does npm install. So I'm wondering if this installs the whole thing. I hope. I'm hoping that these warnings are just for my system. Okay, this is a little bit, seems a little bit more beefier than the other one, than the others. That reindeer keeps popping up. I've got it running at the bottom of my screen. Okay. Okay, cool. It's going through the things, and we have 807 packages from 550. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Let's do an ls. We've got. Where is my node modules? What? What? Seriously? Unless this is in app. Oh, we got resources. CSS fonts and images. So, okay, I'm going to hazard a guess here. Let's go back to the README file. Let's cat that. npm start. npm start. Okay. But server is now running. So I'm going to bring that up. So I've never seen this one before because this came in this morning. Installing SAT. So is it still installing, or can I? Wow, that's cool. You have also done snowflakes. Can I just bring this down because it's coming off with a? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love how the. Can you see that? How the boxes sort of zoom in and out. They wait for the. So I'm pressing positive and negative on the plus and minus on the keyboard just to move it in. This is awesome. So, ooh. So we can play with the snowflakes. Yeah, it does. And these change color when you hover over them. That's cool. Okay, let's do some digging. Let's do some digging. Okay, so that looks like the image here. Starburst white. So that's it's an image per snowflake, I think. Okay. Let's bring that down. And is the image of the... Are these images of trees? Yes. I think so. Tree. Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. Let's dig the code. Let's dig into the code. I like it though. I really like these snowflakes that change. That's, I guess, is the emoji. Let's do a countdown. Let's do a countdown. So we're on 40, 39. We'll wait until this rolls all the way down to the last second of the minute. I like that red. It's a nice deep red. So 20, 19. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, doesn't look like that's changed. I'm guessing that is the emoji. However, the colors have changed. They've changed slightly, which is awesome. That's good. Let's take a look at the code. Let's take a look at the code. So we should have now opened up this one here. I'll let that go behind. Okay, so where are we at? We're on package.json. Oh, we do have the nodes module. Cool. Okay, so top marks for having the description and the version in and the license. That's cool. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's have a look at the app here. You were half drunk at this point. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so we've got the head here, and that seems to be sorted. We're using a CDN as well for the actual particles. Hero is this the hero thing where we got the Christmas countdown. Be careful of spaces. You probably did that whilst you were drinking, as you said in the chat. I was half drunk at this point. It's just spaces that will come out on the page too. Okay, so you've got your timers, you've got your hours, and you've got your minutes and your seconds. Sweet. And then you've got the anchor points or the anchor here, and then you've got the trees underneath. So these are all the trees at the bottom. And then it's resources JS.ts TypeScript. Let's take a little gander at all of those things. So let's go to resources JS TypeScript. Okay, so we are declaring here the date of Christmas. Doing this set interval here, so we're calling a function show remaining on the interval, but show remaining is then hang on a minute, that's confusing. Show remaining, gotcha. I was like, what? Hang on, isn't that just an empty function? But show remaining is down here. Show remaining is there. So what I'm guessing is what happens is you call show remaining first, then you deal with the timer. So that will show the remaining time right now. Then you call the time. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's like a reset. Fine. Okay. So this lovely stuff here is the particles. So running particles.js. This was the thing, I believe, from particles.js, this CDN. Cool. So you can configure it through what looks like a JSON object. Lots of different bits and pieces that you can pass through. Okay, scroll, scroll, scroll. Show remaining here. We've got the time, the seconds, the timer. The distance. What does the distance do? If distance is end minus now. Okay, good. Okay, we clear the interval, and then we do. We change the inner HTML, the styling, and then Christmas, I guess. It's almost like you lost enthusiasm there. I guess it's Christmas. So we got the days, hours, and minutes again. Okay, this again is in the interval. Okay, and then we are doing some calculations based on all this. I mean, you would need to get the distance. That you would definitely need to pass that through. Yeah, definitely need to pass that through. So you would have to do it in here. So then we got a calculation. If the minutes is 59, seconds is 59, then we change that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Then we do a bunch of changing of the document elements. Then here we do the random emojis. Okay, so this is a different way of doing the random emojis from the previous two, because this is in a function, and we have a set of emojis here, and we can return the random emoji that we've got here. So random emoji not only randomizes the emoji, but it returns the emojis as well as defines what they are in a nice little function here. I like that. Same with random color. Okay, that's an interesting way of doing colors. I like that. So here you're getting you're creating a hex code. I like that. I want to just double check the others. How did they do random colors? Let me just double check. Sorry, I know I'm going backwards and forwards, but I didn't see. So here we had no, somewhere up here. There must be some colorization somewhere. Return string. Oh, here. Color. Where's that defined? No. Copy just that, please. Thank you. Okay, so color is the math flaw of... Wow, okay, cool. Again, dealing with hex code. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And the other one, the first one, which was the gradient colors. We're changing gradients, I believe. Or is that... no, that's particles. Sorry. Emoji loop. Canvas. Random. So that's a random. Emoji loops. Let's look for color. There must be color somewhere. Move snowflake, update snowflakes. Here we go. Sorry. So this is using RGBA. I gotcha. Okay, cool. So there's many different ways, obviously, of although this is drawing snow particles, it's not actually changing the colors of the text. Mm-hmm. Anywho, there's many different ways of doing it, and I was just very interested in how everyone's done it. I think, though, if I went to the TS here, I do like this because it's quite sort of, I mean, it's verbose, as in you and it perhaps it, yeah, and then sort of random here. It makes sense in my head. That makes sense. I like these small little succinct functions that just do one thing well. So I do like that. I mean, you pulled in a particle thing from somewhere else, but I didn't ask for a particle thing, and you did it, and so did Melon Lives, and that's fantastic. That's gone above and beyond the remit, which is super cool. So, hats off to everybody on this challenge. This is brilliant. Just going through the comments here. Cool. Okay. So it's to trigger it so it doesn't wait 1 second. This is this here, show remaining. So it triggers that. Gotcha. Awesome. The thing that I found fascinating from this experiment of challenges is the fact that you can ask various people to do the same thing, and they all do it slightly differently, using slightly different tooling, using slightly different approaches. And this is something that I talk about a lot, and that is that you can code one problem up. You can code one solution in many, many different ways. We're still using the same language here. We're still using JavaScript, but it's done in very, very different ways. So I really like all of them. I really do. I think they're all really, really good. We've got some Vue, we've got some vanilla JavaScript, and we have this, which is TypeScript as well. So I'm super happy with that. Let's move on to the December challenge. Ooh, what is the December challenge? I hear you ask. Well, let me just check a couple of things. The December challenge. This is the December challenge. So the December challenge is going to take all the way from now up to the end of December, obviously. And I'll try and do my hardest to review these at the end of December. At the end of December, of course, it is the new year. So what I would like people to do is to create a Happy New Year card in the form of a web page. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. The idea, there's 2 challenges. The first one, we'll talk about the first one. The first one is to create a HTML page that says Happy New Year from, and then your username or your name or what have you. Use a Christmassy font to do that, and make it look nice. And bonus points if you make it pretty. Okay. The next one is to, based on the first level, the second level is to add an image border. Okay, so this is an image that goes around the border, right? So this isn't just a border that is a different solid color. This is an image border. Okay, so like where I said before, having a repeating background, do this as a repeating background for the border, or use the border image if you want to. This one. Add fireworks. Now I know that you've been playing around with particles, but and that gave me the inspiration of fireworks. But this is the bonus. Can you make fireworks explode without JavaScript? And the idea is that this card, this sort of page, if you will, you can dress it up as much as you want. If you want to have a nice image of, I don't know, think of a Christmas card, or not a Christmas card, a New Year's Eve card or something like that. Happy New Year type stuff. It could be 2 champagne flutes or what have you, or fireworks in the background, but have the ability of having fireworks, as in just these little sort of particles that come from a small source that goes. That would be awesome. But if not, just get to this point, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I think that would be quite interesting because it would be interesting to see how everybody does this. This is in JavaScript. This is not PHP. This is just, this is CSS and HTML. There isn't. I haven't done a PHP challenge yet. So because I did a tweet the other day, and everybody has asked for JavaScript next year. I did a poll, and more people asked for JavaScript over other things. So I'm going to continue down the JavaScript route. But this has a twist. If you can do this without JavaScript and just CSS, then that would be fantastic. Awesome. I will be thinking about PHP challenges next year. However, I would like this, as I mentioned before, I would like this to be, I would like to end like next year where if someone did 12 challenges, they would have with them a portfolio. So if they were learning how to code and they didn't have a job at this time, or they were in college or what have you, or they were doing something completely different to programming, they could use this as a means of building up their portfolio. So by the end of the year, they would have 12 examples to show off. So I'm thinking these challenges to be 12 separate web pages that show something off, or show a different skill off. So yeah, that is the November coding challenge. Thank you ever so much. Let me go back into this view. Where's the button? Where's the button? There's the button. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for coming on and doing that challenge. It was so cool. I really enjoyed looking at the submissions, and do chat in the coding help. Give each other some help. And show off your submissions if you can do them early. That would be so cool. I'm going to grab a cup of tea in a minute, but before I do, I just want to talk about the Patreon announcement. So, let's see. Okay, so the Patreon announcement that I have is that, as you know, I have the the Hello Coders How to Code Well t-shirt. I have the mug, and I also have some stickers. So one thing I was talking with the mods was seeing if there was a way of having a benefit for Patreons who are Patreons of the channel, and an idea that I want to do, I want to do as soon as possible, really, but it really depends on postage times because it's now this crazy time of year, is I would like to give all Patreons who have the early access tier, I would like to do a welcome pack. I would like to build a little welcome pack that I could send in the post. And this welcome pack will have the stickers. It will also have a letter from me, and it will also have in that letter discount codes of future bits and pieces in terms of courses. I've also done a number of courses before, so it'll have those, and I'll try and get them as highly discounted as possible. I'm talking here from the ones I've done from Pact, the ones I've done from Manning, my own courses as well that I've got on Udemy. So I would like every so often to send the Patreons something in the mail. I think that would be super, super cool. So you can become a Patreon by going to, it worked, that patreon.com/howtocodewell. And the early access tier as well also gets early access to the videos that I've done before I actually put them out onto YouTube, and also the podcast as well. So it's a really good way for me to get myself organized and schedule stuff, to be honest. But it's and I've been talking to the pro users in the pro user Discord channel. Again, you'll get access to that in the Discord channel if you're a Patreon, about future content. So I've been bouncing ideas off of the pro users on the Discord channel a lot, and I've been making a lot of content from those discussions. I have my own Trello board for How to Code Well, just for video ideas, and we've got loads coming through. I know that there's some people watching here that are in the Pro Users channel. I just want to, thank you very much for all your help and support. So if you want to be a Patreon, if you want to support How to Code Well through next year, that would be fantastic. And if you want to pick up one of these stickers, I'm going to order a whole load. I'm going to order a load, and it isn't just this design. I'm going to do some others as well. I've got others to push out. I've got the design which looks like this, but in sticker form. So I'll also be giving those away to conferences and talks that I give next year, but I also want to give them to the Patreons as a little sort of welcome pack. And in that welcome pack, there'll be information about the Discord server, the coding challenges. There'll be links to other private content that I've got, and just sort of a welcome to the community. This is such a nice little community that's being created here. It's so welcoming, and I'm super happy. I'm super chuffed with how it's grown. I did a podcast with Jeremy Onion a few months ago, and I mentioned something about community and the way I would like it to be more community driven. How to Code Well, and it is turning into that, which I'm so impressed with. I'm so happy with. Thank you ever so much, everybody who's helped, who's supported, who's suggested. It's been fantastic.